G'day guys, if we're here. I'll give it a couple of minutes to get going. Maybe not a couple of minutes. Literally a couple of minutes is too long. I should really take a page out of Blake's Aquatics book and do like the intro video, like video starting in several minutes, you know. Let me find a button. I see in the first comment, Sergio, is it Sergio? Sergio. Talk about classic campfire. We definitely can. I can pretty much talk about any subject that isn't gonna make my channel be broken. Always happy to assist in the questions department. Obviously classic campers I own two, but I do not know a huge deal about them, but I'll do my best. I noticed the chat going to town real early today, so we better say hello right from the start. G'day Sergio, g'day Blake. Big Tank Hank is in town. That's great to see. I love that bloke. Collaboration, how are you? G-Snap, hi. Craig, how are you? SE Aquatics, g'day. Pridemore's Fishing More, hello. Chevy, as always, how are you? Audio, visual, good. That's what I want to hear. The only thing is, I'm never center of the camera. But now I'm center of the camera, so my arm's in the shot. But now I'm not center of you guys. It feels so weird, like, to get like the shot I'm sitting at right now. I'm sitting like 300 meters away from the computer, but it does look better, doesn't it? You guys comment below. How much better does it look if I just sit back? It's actually not 300 meters. I'm probably sitting back 0.4 of a meter. But anyway, John, how are you? How are you feeling? I hope you're well. Some interesting photos sending through on the tarmac in a hospital bed, getting into a plane. I'm not sure, did I say g'day Anonymous? If not, I'm sorry. Hello Anonymous. G'day Pelham's Aquatics. I just want to say thanks to everybody here for commenting on my post the other day. Do you know what's funny about that post I made about the flower horns is all of you guys, all of my close followers commented so positively, and I actually asked people if I posted a link to the video on Facebook and asked for constructive criticism back on the video, comment below, and nobody commented. So I don't know if I proved the people wrong or they were just too ashamed to comment constructively. One person did comment extremely rudely, and it was not even about the fish, it was just a stab at me, and I removed that comment really quickly. But you guys, honestly, I think I was pretty clear in that video, because there was a lot of you that don't know anything about flower horns and really understood what I was trying to say in that video. I think that's how it came across. There's honestly not a lot of content like that about flower horns, is there? So one of the problems that I have, we're going to talk about flower horns for a little bit here, sorry guys. One of the problems that I have, and I'm reading the comments, I just haven't replied to anyone yet. I can't find much info online about flower horns and line breeding, and I feel like I'm not knowledgeable enough yet to talk about it as much. But you'll notice in the last 6 months I have been opening up about it a little bit more, and that's just because I feel like I can back what I'm saying, if that makes sense. So I've got plans. I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. I plan on doing a really detailed video on line breeding. The problem is I need to line breed to make the video and be confident in the video. So I don't really plan on making that video till I get to like F5, F6. So that video is still like 2 years away, if not more. Like I said, I don't think it's my line is the best quality flower horns in Australia, but I think the recipe is there. Yeah, it's funny. So I don't know if I mentioned it in the video, but the people that had been causing me issues blocked me, and then they actually unblocked me and tried to bag me out in private message, and I blocked them. And I'm honestly thinking about leaving all the flower horn Facebook pages as well. I just found out, so similar situation. If you saw my TikTok like 2 weeks ago, I was thinking about leaving flower horns, and it was dead serious. I wasn't fishing. It was a true video. I was thinking about leaving flower horns because honestly, if I ditched flower horns, I think it would be positive for the channel. Not necessarily in the way, like, I know people would be upset to lose the flower horn content, but it would give me more room to branch out into new subjects. So I really did consider it, but I'm not going to do it. I think as an alternative to that, you guys will see my flower horns on YouTube. I'm not going to hide anything from YouTube, but they're not going on Facebook anymore. It's that simple. Anonymous says 2 more years of Rumble's Fish Room videos at a minimum. Well, fingers crossed we go for much longer than that. Top quality hybrids. Yeah, I kind of like, I guess like time makes the heart grow fonder or something is the saying. But I kind of forget that they're hybrids sometimes, and I've got to like give myself a bit of a reality check and just remember that me personally, like me, 4 or 5 years ago, I used to go on the flower horn pages. I used to join them just to troll them and say how shit they are. And I've told this story before, but yeah, it was funny. My friend Brett was running Flower Horn Fun Australia, and when I first got into flower horns, he tried to add me to the page, but I was in the blocked list. Yeah, like it's hard. I think that too, like I'm really content with what fish I currently have. I have no desire to buy any new fish except for a Fahaka puffer, but I'm thinking about buying fish to make content for the channel. I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys already, but I always let all the secrets out on the live streams. I'm kind of thinking about turning the goldfish tank into a brackish water tank with Australian natives. But if I could get a Bumblebee gobby, I would probably go brackish, like really strong brackish, and just have the one fish in there. But they do pop up every now and then. But that's where my chain thought is. But the problem with that, if I keep the automatic water change system on, I have to daily dose salts. Daily dose salts, which would be a pain in the ass. Yeah, so Steve says, honestly, he's very anti-hybrids. Don't get me wrong, I'm still anti-hybrids. I'm not anti-line bred hybrids. So if I see, so at the moment I have the only ones that aren't line bred. I've got the Texas cross flower horns. I bred like 400 of them. I never sold one, and I've only got like a few left, which I still actually am thinking about breeding. But and then I've got the CK. But both of those tools for flower horns, I would never sell them. There's only 1 or 2 people in the whole of Australia that I would consider even giving them to breed, and if it was the case, it would be completely free, and like they're the only people that I would trust not to let them out. But yeah, it's so hard. I can't preach don't breed hybrids when I've got them. That's the only problem. So yeah, is what it is, I guess. That's cool that you say the appreciation, Steve. That's kind of how I actually fell into flower horns. I kind of started learning about how hard it is, and I'm a sucker for punishment and difficult things. Check the pronunciation of Gobby. Is it go by? I love a good go by. I got called out yesterday on my better keeping ways. Oh, that's actually funny you say that, Craig. One of the people that has caused me doubt in the hobby in the last few weeks is actually somebody who had a go at me for having my bedders in small containers. I've got my bedders in like they're like 2 liters, and I water change them every day. They're definitely not. They're not hating life. Is being vegan and eating meat vegetable patty? Oh, it's like being vegan. Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, Hooked on Fish got flower horns. I would love a mangrove jack. I would. I feel like mangrove jack would be a bit of clickbait for the channel as well. Is it clickbait if I think, what's it called if I think something will be good for the channel, but it's not clickbait, it's actually true? Good revenue for the channel? Maybe that's the word. Oh man, it's hot, guys. It's like 38 degrees today, maybe hotter. My computer at work's got the weather in the task menu, but my computer at home doesn't. I kind of want to talk about work a little bit too today. Flower horns and work, just a great live stream. Alright, I'll say one thing about work and see if anybody comments and understands the hilariousness of this. My new job that I've started is drafting, and my computer has a GT 710 graphics card in it. I'm pretty sure one of you will know how funny that is. He pronounces Toby Toby. Who pronounces Toby? Gobi. Gobi. Toby's actually the name of my dog when I was a kid. Yeah, so they just said they're going to open the borders and you don't have to quarantine. What's my shirt? Oh, it's just, it's like one of those, it's just like a $4 Big W shirt. I got them for work. I was thinking about, I think I said it in a video, I want to get some Rumbles Fish Room shirts for work, so that way when I come home I'm wearing a Rumbles Fish Room shirt for the videos. What time is it in Australia? It's 5:15 PM here. Chevy, yeah. The new job is definitely more work than I first thought. It's funny, you work next to somebody for 10 years and don't actually realize what they do. It's a lot more supervision and delegating tasks than I realized, and I thought it was more just drafting, but still no. Nah, I haven't actually. It's my own fault, Anonymous. I haven't researched shirts. I'm pretty sure Blake's Aquatics would have a good lead on shirts. He's always got a good lead on everything, on most things YouTube related. So, oh yeah, I want to chat about work for a little bit. It's kind of funny. I'm going to bring it up with my boss once I've settled into the job, because it's an issue. So, I use a program which is 3D draft. Like, it's basically like AutoCAD, but cabinets. Like, it's called Cabinet Vision, and so it's basically like AutoCAD but 3D. And when I do a drawing, to scroll in and out, it goes like click, 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 click. So like if I want to edit a part, if there's two cupboards, like if there's two drawings here, to scroll out of that one and go into that one, it takes like a good 15 seconds just to get from there to there. And I did a bit of research, and the minimum requirements for the program I use is NVIDIA GT. Oh, I don't know if it's a GT. A NVIDIA 1060. Which the kicker about that is I had a R9 380, different brand, but it was the equivalent of the 1060, and I just sold it. I wouldn't have mind taking it to work for free and putting it in the computer. But anyway, so the graphics card minimum requirements for the program is a 1060, and my computer has a graphics card called a GT 710, and I looked up the benchmark of the minimum requirements, and then I looked up what my graphics card is, and my graphics card is 1600% slower than the minimum requirement for the program that I used to draw. Oh, Blake says I copied you. Yeah, actually that was Blake that gave me the info on the shirts that I currently have. I never really looked at it like that, I'm sorry. They're not horrible, they're just not they're not amazing. I said they're medium quality, but they've lasted the time. Like, they haven't flaked or faded, but they didn't pop when I got them. So I don't mean to trash talk them. I just wouldn't mind a higher quality shirt. I probably said some words that were more trash talky than medium quality. Yeah, so no, I don't want to get into these $4 shirts are actually pretty good print quality. The actual shirts aren't that great, but Steve's drawing PC at work, still on Windows XP with 4 gig of RAM. Don't dig myself out of. I think this was Big W. I can't remember. I went to both Kmart and Big W because Big W had shirts for $4, but they were pretty much mostly sold out except for like extra small. Blake says too late now. I dug myself a hole. Up in the capital city. Capital city. That's a good one. Target's like the most expensive out of them, I think. Yeah, open more than one window, click and it will crash. Yeah, today I was just like working away and the whole program just closed. It didn't even like freeze and close, it literally just closed. And I was like, what the hell? And the guy teaching me was like, yeah, that happens. Yeah, Anonymous, the 5 foot's still not leaking. It's definitely not pretty either. I don't know if you could tell by the videos. I like caked the silicone in there. It was only a pinhole leak, so I don't think it would have taken much to seal it. It's just the fact that I couldn't get to it from inside the tank. GRB says op shops for the win. I never really thought about op shopping for work clothes. That was actually a good idea. I really need to update the B-roll, hey guys. Trying to look what fish are in the background there. I don't own either of those two fighting in the middle tank there. I still got the silk up the top, but he's down in Franken tank. And there's no more fish. There's flower horns in those bottom two tanks now. I've noticed that the Mapanga Reds have started breeding again. They're actually the fry from the original parents I had, and they've started breeding, which is cool. I need to do some more African stripping videos. What's the next subject, guys? I don't know. How are the shell dwellers doing? Yeah, they're doing pretty good. I can't. What are they called? You might be able to see. Can you see them? Oh yeah, look, there they are, right behind me. The Onida Pinus. I think I lost one male. They were having a bit of a World War III, and I actually think the smaller male won against the bigger male. I supply all my workers company shirt. That's a whole nother story. So, my work supplied shirts like 12 or something years ago, like just before I started there. So when I started there, most people had work shirts on, and then it was like, yeah, we'll get more soon, so you'll get some. And now it's like 10 years later and there's still not more, but it's still talked about all the time. Mainly like the site fixes, it's obviously not an issue for me anymore, but one of the big problems was going on site. All the site workers have like their company name on their shirts, and we would get on site and they'd be like, oh, where are you from? How big does my Oscar have to be to want to eat the big boy pellets? I don't know, just keep mixing them in. It's generally whatever they can fit in their mouth, they squeeze it in. If you really want to get him on the pellets, just don't feed him for a week and then only offer him the big ones. What's my goals for this year? I want to try, I don't know. Goals. I want to breed the Madagascan cichlids. That'd be nice. That'd be a goal. The Manarabo, or however it's pronounced. I want to breed camphor flowerhorns, but that might not happen this year. I really hope that one of the classic camphors is fertile. I want to continue my KZZ lines, and I actually found out something about the magma flowerhorns. I didn't realise. So you know how you've got ZZ flowerhorns and then you've got camphor flowerhorns, two different types. Well, magma flowerhorns doesn't actually fall in either of those categories. They're kind of like their own category. So as for my line breeding, which I've talked about, I wouldn't mind trying to breed it more true to the red magma, but we'll see what happens. I'm kind of thinking this year I wouldn't mind. It's tough. I wouldn't mind thinning out on some of the basic Africans and getting some more not exotic. You can't really use exotic and Africans in the same sentence, can you? More of the desirable Africans. At least changing the stock around a little bit. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that fishy. GRB. Heavily planted rocks and wood, difficult to see them. Hopefully that's some good space for them, but g'day Maddie, how are you? Probably driving home from work is my guess. We have 30 plus guys, that's a lot of people. Do you still have peacock bass? Yeah, the peacock bass are just chilling. Hopefully they settle in and lay some more eggs, and I just got to hope they're fertile. I've got like really strong reasoning to believe that they might be a bit too inbred and maybe infertile, but we'll wait and see. I'll give them a few shots at breeding. They look so cool. I forgot how much I love peacock bass. Anonymous still got heaps of the big fella from the raffles. That was a while ago. I love epistogrammas. Yeah, I should get back into some someday. I used to have so many epistos. But I never really was successful in breeding them. Yeah, Steve's work has shirts as well. It's definitely a thing. I've said I wouldn't even mind paying for the shirts if like my work just organised them. But I don't think. I think like if my boss did organise it, he wouldn't. He'd probably pay for them, but it's just more finding the time to organise it rather than the cost side of it. Is the Oscar better off without substrate? I don't really think so. Oscars would live in a puddle. Without substrate, easier for you to keep it clean, but I wouldn't take the substrate out to benefit the fish if you like the way the substrate looks. Anonymous is not a cichlid keeper ever. My Oscar loves evacuation. Excavation. I said evacuation. And also with peacock bass, they've got nice face, but the that yellowy gold really sheens in the light. It looks cool. Oscars love moving gravel around. I've never seen him in a sand tank. Oh wow, I got 30 blokes. Pull filter sand is good, hey. Be careful with the gravel. I didn't know that, Blake. That's an interesting fact. Oh yeah, I love how did you so before I even posted a video about the peacock bass, when I had the camera sitting inside the Bocochromis tank, a couple of you guys picked up on the fact that you could see out the front of that tank and into the other tank, and the peacock bass are just like sitting in that corner like, hey, what are you doing? You guys miss nothing in the videos. Like, I can't keep a secret. I've still got a bucket of pull filter sand sitting there. It actually came from Matty D. Speaking of pull filter sand, I've got to pull the Lego tank apart and dry it back out and re-glue the Lego blocks down. Sad times, sad times. Where did the live stream go? There it is. Maybe I will get some Apistos. But I think if I got Apistos, what I would have to do, sell a couple of the African cichlids to allow for the Apistos. But the African tanks are a bit too big for Apisto pairs, I think. So I could move. I've currently got the 3 2-foots with flowerhorn fry. I could turn those 3 tanks into Apisto tanks and then use the 3 African tanks that I sell from as flowerhorn grow out tanks. That would be a good little shuffle around. Yeah, I've still got your bucket, Matty. Is a 2-foot tanker best for an Oscar? Slowly finding the fish mojo again. Much to the hatred of the missus. It's crazy, like, I don't know. Like in Australia it's an aquarium fish, but if anybody's in the US, comment below. But I'm pretty sure in like the US it's just a game fish. Like, the people would laugh at you if you put it in an aquarium. Or is that not true? Is that an incorrect presumption? Oh yeah, Blake says get the new 2-foot tank set up. Yeah, but those new 2-foot tanks is going to be flowerhorns exclusive. But then in saying that, if I've got the new 2-foot set up, flowerhorns exclusive, and then I clear the flowerhorns out of the other 2-foots, that frees up them 2-foots for the Apistos. And that would work better because the 2-foots on the wall are bigger than the 2-foots in the shed. I'm pretty sure 2-foot, they're like 2-foot by, I think they're 2-foot by 18 by 18. But the ones in the shed are 2-foot by, no, the ones in the fish room are 2-foot by 16 by 18, and then the ones in the shed are 2-foot by 12 by 16 maybe. But I'm pretty sure those like bigger 2-foots would be perfect for pisto pairs. Drop a comment, let me know. I used to have like 4 pisto pairs, and they were all in like the Kmart like 30-litre tanks, so they're like one and I don't know, like maybe 20 inches or something. And then as soon as I sold them, the guy who bought them off me bred them straight away, but he put them into bigger tanks. So I'm thinking that just the 30-litre tanks was stressing them out too much. And he had success once he bought them off me because he had bigger tanks. Oh, peacock bass very much aquarium in the US. Peacock bass are pricey in America. I thought you could just go to the pond and catch them. I guess it's kind of like koi fish here. Like we can go catch them, but you don't see many people with pond caught or like river caught koi fish in their pond at home. I thought the 2-foots were all saved for bedders. I could, if I bred the bedders, I would definitely, maybe it would be like flower horns and bedders exclusive. Jason just bred albino cribs. I'm guessing it's, I know what Jason you're talking about, because I know a Jason that loves his cribonesis. He used to have some super rare cribs. Not in Michigan, maybe in Florida. It's funny, you see like one video of somebody fishing a peacock bass in America, and then I've just like presumed that all of America is just like 90% infested with peacock bass. I gotta get a new keyboard, guys. My keyboard keeps turning off. So like the keyboard I've got is like $250 new, and I got it for like $30 off Marketplace. And like I was buying it and I knew that the price it was, there has to be a catch. And I got it home and there was a catch. Oh, I need to do some Googling. Alright, so smallmouth bass is a game fish in America, and then largemouth bass. Oh yeah, they're way different. Look, see that comes up with Florida straight away. Peacock bass for whoa, peacock bass is not in the bass family. That's interesting. That's news to me. But what family are they in? Can you guys... No, you guys can't read what I'm reading. My head's in the way. Peacock bass is a fish where... It says that peacock bass, technically, it's part of the cichlid family. But it doesn't say what cichlid family. What fish is a peacock bass? This guy. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. That's interesting. So they're still a cichlid. I didn't know that. I didn't think they were a cichlid. I'm guessing most of you guys in the comments knew that. Comments. I said comments, not comments. Fishing for Oscars and eating them. Oh, Maddie, my phone chucked the shit when I was driving home, and like, I had multi-window open and it shut it. This is... This is what, I said, that's the wrong fish, isn't it, guys? It's not a Bumblebee Go-By, it's a Bumblebee Groper, isn't it? So, the conversation we had earlier, it was completely wrong. This is the fish I was meant to be talking about. So like, these were like hundreds of these were floating around Western Australia, like, I want to say 18 months ago. And I thought about getting one, but I didn't get one because I didn't want to set up a brackish tank. And then people were putting them in straight fresh water, and they all ended up dying because as they get bigger, I think it was like something to do with like their liver or intestine can't digest properly. But anyway, the point was, I wouldn't mind getting one and trying to keep it completely in brackish water and seeing how it goes. I don't know how big they would get in captivity. But, so like, one thing I always do, if you're thinking about getting a fish that is iffy, and this is going to go against the fact that I want to get one. But, so like, when you search fish, you see like the odd aquarium photo. But if you look at the aquarium photos, they all look very young. So like, it's quite clear that they obviously don't survive well in an aquarium. Is that like an adult? What is that? That seems way too big to keep in an aquarium. Maybe we're not getting a Bumblebee Groper. John, on the CO2 regulator, I just got an eBay cheapie, and I don't know if I lucked out or not, but it's never died on me. Where are we at? We are at Bumblebee Groper, and I was getting that mixed up with Bumblebee Go-By. Is it Go-By? I don't know, you guys can discuss that in the chat. But yeah, they're two very, very, very different fish. Yeah, a groper shouldn't be in a tank. I didn't actually realise they got so big, to be honest. And I think that's why you only see the other option. But even a mangrove jack will get way too big for the tank. But I don't know, they don't really look like an aquarium fish. And if you look, like, none of the photos are in an aquarium. There's one. I don't know what to do. I don't want the goldfish anymore either way. I'll figure something out. Could put like archer fish and gropers in there. Is that how? What are the what's? That's not what I want. What's the little is it sand groper? No. What's like the little Australian brackish native fish? Groper equals cod. Jacks are great for the aggression. Highly illegal to keep any groper species. Is that true here? If that's true, that's interesting, because they were flying around Facebook like no tomorrow a couple of years ago. Nah, I haven't seen the video of Monster Jack eating a whole frozen mullet. I don't know, what's the deal with me playing... I think I can play YouTube videos in the background of my video, can I? If I just make sure I turn the sound off. They're all fishing videos. Damn. What's the time? We got 12 minutes, guys. 12 minutes. And then I'm babysitting. Mangrove jacks feed most of Darwin. GRB says mud skipper. They kind of look like mud skippers. They're maybe even the same family. Snakehead gudgeons are cool. I miss mine. I used to have a big boy. He used to just cruise around. Gudgeons is maybe the fish that I'm thinking of. Yeah, so like I found out that there was such thing as like a 20 centimeter gudgeon, and I had to have one straight away. So yeah, I had a snakehead gudgeon in with my stingrays, and then my stingrays ate the snakehead gudgeon. We can keep protected natives as long as they're captive bred. So that would mean you need like the translocation permit for the fish, I think. So there's like a paper trail of where it came from. Parenting, not babysitting. Oh wow, we got 2 people in the comments saying the same thing. Okay, parenting. I've got to parent after this video. I have to parent solo. Is that a better terminology? Yeah, maybe Desert Gobi. Let's have a look. Is it go by or Gobi? I could actually go on the local fish store's website and they would have them. They've been getting a heap of brackish fish lately, but I don't know, are these guys brackish? Look right there. Oh, most gobies are brackish, but just sold as freshwater. What's this guy? I can hear a baby crying. That's another go by. Yeah, so they've got a display tank at a shop near me, and it's like it's fish like this. So this is kind of like what I was referring to. Blake nailed it, he got the fish that I was thinking of. John's got quite a few. I can hear a baby crying. Can you? I don't know how clear this microphone is. It's neither of those pronunciations. Oh well. I think he's hungry. I can hear the missus saying, "Oh, you're hungry." So, what's the time? He would have just woke up, I think. Nah, he would have been awake for a while. Yeah, I think like 6 o'clock is his dinner time. 7 o'clock is his bedtime. I did it again. I was looking at fish and I didn't transition the screen. I think you can actually turn the transition off. How funny was it last week? I went out to the fish room and just completely forgot to bring you guys with me. Someone's gonna have some fun when parenting duty starts soon. I honestly wish I could parent more, to be honest. Sometimes I feel like I don't seem with how much I work, but I guess that's just a part of life. I don't work Saturdays anymore, so I get to spend the whole weekend with him, which is cool. G'day Ben. How highly do I recommend extreme foods and why? So I rate it extremely high, get it? Personally, for me, the original reason I really liked it is when I switched my Africans over to it, and my breeding increased by probably like 30%, and like fish that I had that hadn't bred for a while bred once I fed them the extreme food. So that's what got me hyped about it. And then I actually fell into the sponsorship like 12 months after I originally got excited about the food. Most of the people in the comments have tried it. You open the packet and it smells like fish. Like, not many fish foods actually smell like fish when you open it. The only other food that I can think of that smells almost as strong but less fishy is NLS Thera A plus. That's got a really strong smell, but that's more of a garlicky smell, whereas the Extreme is more fishy. Oh, I am going to have a rough time, aren't I, guys? 5 minutes and I have to babysit, and then... No, sorry. 5 minutes and I've got a parent. I'll be right. Back me in, guys. I'll be right. What else can we say about the food? What was it? Yeah, why I would recommend it. So the original reason for liking the food, which was 30% increase in females breeding. The second reason I like it is just the straight out smell. Do you know something that smells almost as good, which is funny? So like, there's a brand called Nude, and it's salmon flavored cat food, and honestly, that smells really good too. The only problem with it's got a really high oil content, so like, unlike fish food, it just clouds the tank up like crazy. So if the Nude cat food had less oils, and I don't think it has much fillers going by the ingredients list, I honestly think it would be up there with some, even better than some fish foods. What's another reason that I use Extreme? I don't know. I think that's two pretty bloody good reasons. I'd recommend like using it with other food. Don't use it solely. I used to use Extreme and NLS with a 50-50 blend. I mixed it together and then fed it. Like, the only reason I swapped is because it was cheaper for me to go Extreme than it is to use NLS. But like, if I could get the NLS for the price that I used to get the tubs, I would actually still do it, just because I think variety is a good idea. He's not a he also hates African cichlids. I love auto water changes. I thought you were going to say he hates water changes. I was going to say, yeah, I do. I don't really need Milwaukee tools anymore. Especially the 12-volt ones. One of the guys at work has left his drills at home for the last 2 days, and obviously I'm not using my tools anymore. But he's a Makita guy, and he's been using my Milwaukees. It's actually been a bit of a running joke. Brendan's this rumble. The tattoo I got. I actually don't have any tattoos at all, believe it or not. Yes, definitely hates the grey water hose from Bunnings. Have I ever mentioned that in a video, how good that hose is? I reckon that's like that's my favourite product from Bunnings that relates to the fish hobby, is that grey water hose. It's actually the best shit in the world. I do get a bit too passionate about the things that I like, don't I? I need to like venture out into some more products and not be so single-minded on the products that I use. I'm excited to use that. Oh, you guys haven't seen the video yet. I got that Zis pre-filter. No, not Zis. That Sun pre-filter that I ordered in one of the live streams. I'm pretty excited to use that. Loves those non-stick suction cups. Me and suction cups, we don't get along. Is there such thing as good suction cups? I still love crypto. I just don't talk about it as much. I've got more crypto now than I ever have before. I just keep it on the down low these days. I'm sworn enemies with the RC car, Baja. That's another thing that I don't know how to pronounce. Baja. I think it's Baja. I was actually thinking about, so it's broken at the moment, my remote control car, and I was actually thinking about fixing it and selling it. Thin out on the hobbies and like focus more on the important ones. I've got too many hobbies. Oh, I got to about wrap the video up, guys. Some parenting time. Yeah, Baja. Same as jalapenos. I haven't found functioning suction. English. I haven't found functioning suction cups that last more than a month. Yes. Yes, I agree. Richard pushed the suction cups over yesterday and bashed the girl up a little bit. Flower horns are so unpredictable. Like, they were paired, they were chilling, and then all of a sudden he's decided to beat her up. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the live stream. It's cool to have a bit of joke around and a bit of banter. It's better than being way too serious all the time. It's been really good, actually. I needed a bit of a shit week with the Facebook community, and you guys are always good and fun. I appreciate all the comments this week on the videos. Like, yeah, it's honestly just a rough week for a couple of my friends as well. The Facebook's just toxic. But anyway, guys, if yeah, hit the like on the way out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.